being a grief hero, will we, Avery?
No.
Yeah. Tell him. That's
what
it?
Was that? Oh, that was your thing?
Give me the analysis.
What's wrong with
Tell me why Earthshaker is good.
Because he has a big stick and he smacks you with it.
Well, that didn't work out for Laurel last game.
That was a bone. Everybody knows bones are way more brittle.
Wait, what? I've got a bone to pick with you for calling his stick a bone. What?
I think offlane Earthshaker's fine.
Okay.
This is not even the worst game I've seen.
Okay, if it's so fine, let me play devil's advocate. If it's so fine, why haven't we seen it?
Because no one's man enough to play it outside of Collapse. This guy's the ultimate offlane Giga Chad.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He plays them melee stummers. He goes in, he initiates in a meta that's all about auras with Wraith Pack and Pipe and sitting there and balling up. This guy says, screw you. I'm going to play a Blink Stunner. What's up?
Do you think that idea has hurt team spirit? The fact that Collapse does not like the aura offlaners, and I think, personally, actively tries to avoid playing it as much as possible.
Oh, yeah. I think that's probably why they're in this tiebreaker right now.
Okay, there. Well,
it's a tough meta. The problem with the Blink jumpers in this meta is they also suck into the pipe buyers. When you play someone like Mars or Sand King or even the Shaker, and you Blink stun into a pipe or a ball team, you feel terrible. A lot of times you don't kill anybody and you die in return because you're a committal hero. That's why we haven't seen a lot of these heroes, and I think it does hurt Collapse because that was the majority of his hero pool, and it was his primary role on this Team Spirit team. So I respect that he's still trying to do it a bit. Shaker is a hybrid hero. As Mira
that was fast.
Insta dies on his lane to Stinger. Impetus level 1. Brutal. Anyway, what I was saying is Shaker is not a hero that has to commit to be an initiator. You can play the long range Fidger with the shard, chain stun him up, and then pick your committal when you want to. It's not as bad as playing like a Mars or Sand King. So in that sense, yeah, it has some playability. Like in this game, the Storm jumps, Laurel goes in, you can Fissure on the follow-up after a pull, shard stun him with the Aftershock. That's a pretty good kill combo here, or a nice way to start the fight on Pango or Batrider, for example. So in that sense, I can see the pick being pretty decent with the rest of Team Spirit's lineup.
Well, okay. I was going to ask that. Can you expand on that? Well, like, why is it good for their lineup?
They're also playing Drow. So when you play Drow, especially when you first face it, you're basically telling Beast Coast, all right, we're going to play Drow. We believe it's going to outscale and create a gap for anything you want to pick. The onus is on you to deal with this Drow, which means you have to get in her face. Heroes like Shaker and Undying tend to punish you when you have to go into them.
Okay.
Because then you clump, or you overextend, and then you just get punished with the AoE. Tombstone and all of these fissure blocks are really good tools for Spirit to recreate that gap for Drow, buy Yatoro the space to get off a Hurricane Pike or a BKB, and just take the fight afterwards. Yeah. So I do think the Shaker provides some nice tools here, and I think his lane is going to be Gucci as well. He's laning versus a melee core.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
It hasn't been going super great. Like, he's doing fine in CS, but the Rubik already died, and he's been low quite a bit.
I mean, he hasn't died. He's got 11 CS. I consider that a win.
Okay. See if he does die here, or if they manage to pull through.
Gotta be careful of this shard split.
Yeah, this is super dangerous. It's about to pop, and I think he's gonna go for the kill on Mira. Ooh. Double Golem Rock! Oh, no way!
That's why you buy stick. Right there. Let that be a lesson.
Well, either way, Collapse is left alone in lane for a second, and that means they're going to immediately jump on him, do as much damage as possible, even if they don't kill him. Honestly, the damage is already done, but I do believe they are going to kill him. Collapse is going to get as much damage as possible onto Stinger before he dies. Almost gets the kill.
That was way closer than I thought it was going to be. You have the Golem Boulder coming back up here with the body blocks. Oh, the mini Golem.
See it in front of him. Mira he kills the Golem, and then he dies. K1 Hector walk away with a double kill. All right, Beast Coast off to a great start here in this bottom lane, at least.
I'm surprised Stinger didn't suicide. I think that's the only thing they could have done better off that kill exchange. Because now he has to run all the way to base, or he's going to fly out regen. Isn't that efficient? I still think these suicides are pretty good after you especially get the double kills, 0 XP.
Yeah, 100%.
But that golem did some work. That's probably one of the better mud golems I've seen in a long time.
So this time around, unlike last game, it was the off lanes that were doing so well. And now we've got the safe lanes that are actually kind of destroying as We saw it up at the top lane. Joe Ranger's doing really well against the Pango. I played that matchup a lot, and it is not fun for Pango.
This is an impossible lane. This is a stack lane for Beast Coast. They're just going to throw Sacred to the Wolves. It's a double melee lane versus Undying Drow, and Schofield's not even there.
Laurel, he's committing for the kill. They have the snowball out. The Tombstone's going to be able to help, but he bumped him into the Firefly. Really well done by Dark Mago. Just needs a little bit more, and he does manage to get the kill onto Laurel. So now Beast Coast have won the mid lane as well.
You got to make those Tusk rotations pay off, because Sacred's going to suffer as a consequence. So if you're not getting the mid pressure on this Storm, then you're just losing a lot of lanes here if you're Beast Coast. Offlane Pango can play the sacrificial role. It's what he used to do. I feel like when Zai was playing it on Secret, for example.
Yep.
But I don't feel like it's that good in the current meta. So I'm surprised that Beast Coast have chosen to go back for that offlane Pango for Sacred. Maybe just trying to abuse the flex matchups. This Collapse almost gets the kill.
Optimistic enchant totem, but
Yeah,
the
he
Fate
smacked
Bolt
that
almost
gold.
did get him. Either way, Hector's just, there, get him with the Fisher eventually.
That's why you pick offlane Shaker, boys. Could have Mech first doomed on that.
Oh, is he dead? Schofield? Yeah, got him with the second hit. So Laurel gets a little bit of revenge for that movement earlier. That being said, I said Beast Coast won their lanes, but they actually haven't, especially with these kills now coming in the bottom lane. And the CS is all very favorable for Team Spirit.
They're destroying this laning phase. I mean, top is pretty much a guaranteed win for Yatoro. I think Team Spirit are very comfortable whenever they get this Undying opener, because then it allows Yatoro to play whatever he wants and probably just have a good game.
Yeah.
But Laurel getting that kill on Schofield mid really accelerated him off that bad death earlier. And now Collapse is just destroying your safe lane. It's looking a little rough for Beast Coast early.
Oh, they're going to go back to it. The hero dies, then they run back into lane, play super aggressive.
Honestly, I feel like the kills that happened down here bottom were just a product of Stinger not suiciding earlier. I feel like if he suicides, he comes back full, and then he buys regen for Hector and comes back.
Yep.
They're both full in those exchanges, and I don't think he should die there. Just small misplays, but Collapse will take advantage of everything. This guy's a TI champion for a reason, Cap. Respect his name.
Sorry. Didn't put enough respect there. Laurel, not respecting the Bat Rider enough, will die to the level 6 lasso. He was so close to getting his level 6, but he tried to get out of lane, which I think other Storm Spirits would have just defaulted to jungle to get their 6. But he played it greedy.
So he had the minor slip up from Schofield mid, but he gets his revenge as the trade continues bottom. And I feel like these mid ganks were really important for Beast Coast game plan, because the Bat versus Storm is a matchup that Schofield can influence and abuse, whereas this top lane just doesn't exist. There is no counterplay up here. You just got to get what you can. Tombstone,
TP out, but that's not going to make it. The multi-shot lands enough, and Schofield, he tried to commit for that one. Meanwhile, back to bottom, we pretty much had action at the same time in both lanes. Stinger is blocked in. He's going to take a couple of tower shots, and I think that's enough.
It is. 2-1-1 for Collapse. He's having a great offlane Shaker game.
Schofield. Oh, Dark Mago is actually over here. He's going to help him out here, and they're going to be able to run down Maposhka, I think, as he's got nowhere to go.
And farm the creeps up at the same time.
Yeah. Nice little 2-for-1 special. Laurel does have his level 6, so not much to be afraid of.
They've enacted a peace treaty. You farm those, I'll farm these. And we'll go our ways, sir.
That's nice.
You can also have Maposhka. I'll throw him into the deal. Just leave me alone.
You got to sweeten the pot a little bit.
Dark Mago accepts those terms.
Oh, what a silence!
No way.
That was pretty cool.
What? You can't keep getting away with this. This is why I hate people. I agree, Yatoro.
Yeah, man.
Now you're speaking my language.
You know we're entertainers for people, right?
Are we live right now? Oh, no. Hello.
Hey, guys. Not you guys listening. It wasn't about you guys.
Yeah, we're talking about the in-studio audience.
Yeah, those guys are assholes.
All right, that was the quickest lasso I think I've seen in a while.
They're going to catch Mira as well as the flame break extends just long enough to get that one.
Nice rotation. It's going to push him up to pretty damn fast bots here for Dark Mago off the mid kills on top of this double kill rotation, where Collapse was having a good time, but not after that. It's also nice whenever you can get kills for this Enchantress and get her the extra XP. Doesn't mean it has to happen in the Enchantress lane, but this hero really wants to connect on kills in the early game so you don't fall behind on your creep levels.
As long as you have a disable, then they have the follow-up silence. The Pango should die here. He gets off the shield crash, but sadly, the last couple of hits will follow him to his death. So both offlaners getting picked off by the rotations from the enemy mid laner. Laurel had a Arcane Rune to work with, so he can go back to efficiently jungling.
Arcane Rune definitely salvages this move. Otherwise, I feel like that might not even be worth it, resources-wise.
Yeah, especially considering how shutdown Sacred is already.
Yeah, you're just ganking a shutdown hero for an enabled Drow that is going to cost your mid a lot of resources, which just means Dark Mago might have more openings here. Because Bat can just bots the base, refill, run out. It's a bit faster in this early game than Storm. So I think the options here are open for Dark Mago to continue making plays on Spat Rider. There's not a lot that stops him in this early game. You can just run cores down on the lanes. Even just give mid XP to Schofield if he really feels like he needs it. The other thing is, if you keep this bots up on Bat, this side lane pressure becomes a little more scary for Spirit as well. Do you want to make a Storm jump like that if Dark Mago has full resources? Does Collapse want to play really aggressive bottom with the Aftershock points versus Hector if that Bat has bots up to turn that around? Just Dark Mago being up on the map is pretty terrifying during this period for Spirit. And nowhere is safe, even your attempted stack.
Mira is going to be fine here. But Dark Mago still just creating problems everywhere he goes for Team Spirit. Armlet now done for Hector. So his first item is ready to go. That'll speed up his jungling.
And as usual, Hector is quite farmed.
He does that.
I feel like I say that every Hector game.
And Chaos Knight, it is one of his signatures. It's no Wraith King, but it is one of his most successful heroes.
Well, he's
probably
still farming
top
with
10 played.
He's still farming with skeletons, so he's doing a cosplay.
That is true.
Stinger cosplays a grave.
A corpse.
Solo Echo? Tombstone doing some work.
Yeah, now the Drow Ranger's here. Oh, nice snowball pickup. Can that save him? He snowballed back into the creeps. Well played by Schofield. That was sick. Laurel is out of mana, so he's got to be careful of this Pango, especially as he comes back. And Collapse is just being kited around right now, pulled back in by K1 Hector. Laurel, see if he can zip out. Is that far enough away? Oh, they try and slow him down. He slips into the trees. He's going to be okay, but it looks like Hector maybe thinking about going more, but he's got to be careful of the Drow.
They'll lose their troll. But the early teamfight presence from beastcoast is just enough to power through that Tombstone. I thought Team Spirit were going to be able to rally around that. They're just getting sticky and they don't have an answer for the Bat in these skirmishes. Hector's just out. He says, "There's too many heroes down here for me. I don't like heroes. I like creeps."
Yeah,
See you boys later.
Really, he should be the Drow Ranger.
I honestly kind of like that move by beastcoast too. They brought a lot of Team Spirit back to bottom. Yotaro TP'd back down here after that fight to commit on this tier 1, and they just instantly go to the other two lanes. Just soaking up the farm and creating some tower pressure of their own on both these tier 1s. Tier 1 mid is half HP off this catapult and just some stinger right clicks.
Yeah, and the only response that Team Spirit really has is just brute forcing this tower, but Beast Coast don't care. They were going to lose that tower eventually anyway, and they're getting potentially 2 towers in return.
Nice early play from Beast Coast in this early game.
Yeah, even like Beast Coast farming the jungle backwards limits what those Team Spirit heroes can do in that corner of the map.
They're getting a lot out of this map right now.
Yeah.
And they're kind of abusing the fact that Spirit's lineup is a bit clunky with this offlane Shaker, who he needs a Blink or a Shard to be more active in the fights, and Undying and Rubik are pretty stationary supports. It's not like a Clock or something where you just have hook shot to instantly react. Drow as well. Yotaro doesn't want to join too many early fights if he doesn't have to. So Beast Coast can drag Spirit around the map, shove in lanes with CK illusions, shove him in with a Bat Rider, and then quickly bots to a smoke or something. Could create a lot of really just nice, easy skirmishes for them, where the Enchantress and the Tusk thrive. Like, these supports love these 2-on-3, 3-on-3 types of engagements.
Yeah. It's cool to see that, like, a good move by Beast Coast reflected in the net worth, too. They're up to 2K net worth lead, and that's without the mid tower falling yet, which is gonna fall. It's just like a small little shove. We'll make it topple.
All it takes is a little push.
Another solo Echo to be able to get the kill, but Schofield, oh, he gets another snowball off. Man, these snowballs They're really delaying things, even when he dies still. They don't actually manage to get a return kill, though. Yatoro is just... Nobody can actually get to this hero yet. Does manage to land the Fissure, but he's behind the trees. A little hard to catch Sacred back there.
That was the Blink rush for Collapse. So we're talking about him being more active as an initiator, not playing too greedy. This is what's going to do it. He has Tumbler Toy as well. This Shaker has decent initiation range with the 3-1-3 build. He can also chain stun you. Not afraid to just throw that Echo down. I like this. I think going too greedy on this offlane Shaker might have just punished the map too hard because you're still falling behind in terms of the farm between the Bat and the CK, and that's not going to get better for you in the short-term interval. So you got to make it up somewhere else by creating pressure on the weakened Pango or maybe some support kills here and there.
Or even just putting more threat on Dark Mago, playing so aggressively, right?
That's another option for sure. The downside is you won't have these big auras for the Team Spirit group up. This is very aggressive by Yatoro, but he will get that Bat TP. Unfortunately, Dark Mago has haste. I don't know if he was accounting for that.
Is behind them here, so if he gets the right kind of setup here, the lasso already goes down, though, and Yatoro's already taken too much damage, especially with the reinforcements coming in from Beast Coast. Both of them are going to be left behind. Collapse will be the lone survivor of yet another good team fight for Beast Coast.
Just an unfortunate haste room for Yatoro there. I think that play is probably fine, just forcing a bad TP getting out. You still have Gust, but... Or use Gust on the Pango, but haste rune up his sleeve.
And a reminder for just what is at stake here for this game. We're currently in a three-way tiebreaker between Team Spirit, Beast Coast, and OG. OG won the game against Team Spirit. And if Team Spirit lose this game, it means they will be the only team eliminated out of this tiebreaker, and Beast Coast and OG will move on.
This is a must-win game for Spirit.
Yeah.
And I feel like they've gone back to a draft that has done them that throughout this tournament. Just the staple Yatoro early Drow with the Undying and just team fight around him. Maybe that's where the Shaker doesn't add as much as what they had in some of those other lineups with the auras that can build around it.
Yeah.
But it'll scale pretty decently here. You can shut down the CK in the fights. You can get the big echoes. You have Undying to set the vision up in the front line for you. It's just a question of can you push through this mid game, because this mid game is going to be terrifying with the Bat pickoff, CK setting up the lanes with illusions that you have to respond to. Meanwhile, you can pick off your own with the Shaker Storm. You just don't have as good of vision mechanisms to get the lanes in your favor.
Yeah.
That is what Team Spirit are struggling with right now.
And frankly, they're going to have worse team fight when that double BKB is up. First one's up for the Bat Rider.
Yeah, that's a fast Bat BKB. These are farmed cores for Beast Coast, man. Dark Mago 5-0. It is reflecting here. Still holding on to a Fairy Fire.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes faster than the average. That's a huge gap.
If you give up some kills around the river, too, you're just going to lose Roche. Because this is a tag team Pango lineup with CK.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't look like the greatest Roche lineup at first, but the secret tech will let it happen.
The forbidden moves.
Denied.
Got him.
Still
all right, there's that second BKB. So, Beast Coast, it feels like it's go time. They've been, you know...
Obs. That is a value obs right there.
Yeah, that is super good. Yatoro's going to die here, I think. He's going to force staff away. Gust out. Maybe he's okay. The BKB committed Dark Mago is going to get this kill. Nothing the team can do to stop it, but they should be able to get something in return. I mean, this is going to take a really long time.
I think he's just going to walk it off. I don't know if they're killing him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're trying to go for Dark Mago on the backside because no BKB. This is the bigger kill.
Yes, a much bigger kill. They pull him back in inside the tombstone. They get the Flesh Golem hit. That should be enough. Dark Mago is going to die here. Sacred could not get there in time. Back to the slow and agonizing death of Stinger.
Oh, hide on the high ground.
Nice move by Laurel there.
Meanwhile, in Stingerville, and meanwhile,
in Roshan
in Hectorville.
All right.
That's one way to use that space. It took them so long to kill Enchantress that Hector killed Roshan.
I actually think that Beast Coast is outmaneuvering Team Spirit heavily in this game.
They really are. Like, a lot of these little moves have just been way more efficient for them.
Yeah.
Even though the game isn't going terrible for Spirit, I still think they're in a fine position. Beast Coast definitely are reading the map pretty well and taking advantage of even the little mistakes they're making. Making up for them elsewhere. That's a decent sign. If you're looking to just build momentum off the CK's net worth and plow it into Yatoro at some point, which seems to be the game plan, because this Chaos Knight is out of control. He is actually just out of control in the network department.
Yeah, the farm difference between these two carries is pretty massive. And it's pretty awkward, too, because they were talking about how the shard pickup for Yutoro, that Drow Ranger could, like, it's really effective against the Chaos Knight, but when you're behind in net worth like this, it feels even worse to go back and buy a shard, you know?
And it's also more EHP to cut through. This CK is freaking tanky, man.
Yeah.
Got 2,500 HP already with a Mage Slayer, 50% resist across the board. If he lands a hit on the Shaker or the Storm at the start of a fight, you're also taking a lot of their aggressive magic damage out of that engagement. Not to mention he has BKB to just cover it regardless. This is the time for Beast Coast to strike on the map. Any fight is probably favorable for them right now if they can find the jump. All they're missing is that Schofield Blink, still 200 off. And maybe their tower push is the one thing holding them back. Like, you can Phantasm and just hit a tier 2, but it doesn't feel great. They'd rather get the engagement going. And high ground ward for Beast Coast. This is a bold move by Maposhka, and he agrees. I'm not going up there. You go up there, man.
Marl spotted as well, but he pulls the creep outside of the vision. Beast Coast not able to find that opening, so they just hit the tier 2.
Meanwhile, neutral creep on neutral creep bottom. The Centaur versus the Hellbear.
Oh,
Run, son.
Get out of there.
Stolen creep by Mira, pushing the lanes in. Every little bit matters. See the tip? See, you wouldn't have known what that tip was for unless I pointed out this epic duel.
Oh, see, this is what makes a good analyst right here.
I mean, that was an epic duel.
It's the little things. Okay, so they're going to use the Phantasm to finish off this tier 2. I mean, it's pretty decent because they get the outpost. With the outpost, they get control of second Roshan.
They're all frost armored up as well off this ogre, so you got a fight going now. That's even better. And they're going to TP back, probably try and catch, or I'd imagine you smoke pretty soon. Blink flies out for Schofield. This is your hit squad. They're letting Spirit get away with this Aegis period. It's still a 2k net worth lead, and you haven't gotten that fight you wanted. I really feel like Beast Coast are just missing the window here. Not that it's necessarily easy, but if Spirit are going to dodge you, then you need to extract more out of the map. You need to get some deep vision out, invade their triangle, try and catch a Toro with a 2-man smoke while the rest of you are showing top. Something like this. I feel like this is way too complacent. And here will be the smoke.
The 3-man smoke with Chaos Knight showing mid. Dark Mago, he runs into Maposhka. I mean, it's a kill, but it's not an amazing one.
Nice snowball across.
Yeah, that was cool. And Maposhka's going to make him work for it. But Team Spirit do get a lot of farming time in the side lanes in the meantime.
Who is the famous Shadow Amulator? It's a Chappie?
Yeah, Chappie.
He's been studying the arts of Chappie.
Shard, Mira still gets up to the high ground before Hector could close the gap. Going for a second tier 2 because they have a minute left on the Aegis. As you said, they kind of need to get something out of this. And I guess without actually catching heroes during the smokes, best just to get tier 2s.
I still don't really like how Beast Coast played this period. I think they should have abused the bat pickoff threat and the fact that he has bots and he can join them. So either he's shoving waves and they're taking over triangle, or he's looking for a kill while they're pushing top. Something like this. It ended up being too clumped, and I don't think they got as much net worth out of this period as they wanted to.
Which is kind of funny because they were so good in the first like 15 minutes of the game of being split and very efficient in that regard.
Decent punishing moves.
Yeah.
This period just didn't really work out for them, and Spirit got a decent amount of gold. Like, they're going to be able to put up a fight when it comes. The big question is, do you have enough damage? That's what I feel Spirit might lack here. This Shaker is not going to do a huge amount in terms of raw damage output.
No.
I mean, he has Aetherlens, he has Shard, he can chain stun some people. Maybe you get a big Echo that finishes off like a support or something, but it has to come from your Toro. And you kind of want the Tombstone to live. Those are the two big things for Spirit. Aegis is running out. They say it's time to smoke. Probably looking for a high ground Tombstone fight, a Spirit classic. Beast Coast would be wise not to give it to them as they just farm the jungle out and retreat.
Is Hector going to get caught, though? They're going to spot him here, I think.
Close.
Oh, no! It's the Blink Dagger's being stopped by the Tornado. It's fine. Hector's going to farm another wave. He's going to be greedy, and they're going to burst him down nice and quick with that Echo Slam.
Really good find.
Very easy, and I wonder if they saw that Sacred actually used the Rolling Thunder here. Yeah, they definitely have now.
Those smokes have to land if you're Spirit in this game, because that's how you get back in this game and into a dominant position. You shut down the biggest core in that Chaos Knight. Hector has not gotten a fight out of the last 10 minutes in this game.
Yeah.
With all his net worth, all of his power, he has nowhere to throw it.
The creep wars continue. Enchant and enchanted creep. It should stack the enchant bonus every single time.
You know, you just get a mega creep.
Yeah. You
Walks
just
up
trade
and
it
hits
back
you
and
for
forth.
1,000. Sounds balanced. I feel like this game is Spirit favored. I think after that kill, it switches a decent amount. After that Aegis period, you lose a lot of momentum here if you're Beast Coast. The later this game goes, I don't think it's favorable, because you're going to get kited as Dark Mago.
Massive kill.
Dead.
Oh, they got him. That final Force Staff hit was so key. Yutoro gets another massive kill, and that'll put him into the BKB territory. With that BKB, Beast Coast, I think they're going to run out of ways to be able to kill this Drow Ranger.
And the problem is they're just down a core. Offlane Pango is pretty much offering you nothing at this point.
Yeah.
He's a walk-in blink ult with no damage, no utility, no auras, no basher, no scale. I can tell you,
Trent, Pango. Offlane Pango is the grief pick.
Oh, I could have told you that.
Enchantress, perfectly fine. It's sad.
It's
It's
a multi-shot.
so much damage. Laurel! Oh no! Caught by the Rolling Thunder, chain stun perfectly. Beast Coast. They bounce back. They're going to be able to deal with the Tombstone while the Rolling Thunder catches some more heroes here. Both the supports going to be slowed down. Yutoro playing for it on the low ground. Dangerous.
Mago's back.
He gets lassoed almost immediately. They do manage to get a decent Fisher off of it, though, and he still has the BKB. Mago is slowed down, but Yutoro doesn't really have a whole lot of room to work with, and they have the Flesh Golem stun. Snowball pickup. It went over to the Rubik. The multi-shot's going out. K1 Hector's low enough, and he is going to fall. Yutoro, they've run out of damage to kill him now with the Fisher landing onto the Bat Rider. Chain stunned out, and bam.
The utility paying dividends for Spirit here. Glimmer Capes, 4 staffs, multiple saves from this Undying in terms of the heals. That Laurel jump, unlucky. What can you do? You know, you're trying to jump in and insta-jump out. The roll was just too fast from Sacred, but still a great team fight from Spirit, and these open engagements are just not favorable for Hector. He doesn't even have Phantasm here because he was using it to farm. If you have Phantasm here, I think you wipe Spirit.
Yeah.
So this is, once again, Beast Coast have just been desynced in this game for a while, and they haven't been able to get it back. We've not seen a single fight where you have a Phantasm into starting the fight on your terms. And your entire lead in this game is completely gone. You have an offlane Pango liability at this point. And like you were saying, that BKB Drow is always going to be able to stand there and fight you. Don't have an answer for him.
Yeah, when they got the lasso, I thought maybe they would be able to get the chain stun, but K1 Hector not close enough and was going for the Earthshaker. They're going to chase after this.
Yeah, they know he has no BKB. It's just an overstay from Yutoro.
But
He's
maybe
gonna pay the price.
He's playing into the trees. Think he's going to be caught here. Mira is also dead.
Oh,
TP
no,
away. Oh, he did manage to get it out. The lasso was not up yet.
I thought Schofield would have stayed with them on that Drow because he's their stun.
Yeah.
But I guess Mira has sacrificed himself.
Man, that is a super awkward overextension and very bad, I think, from Spirit. It could have been so much worse, but oh, what a Fisher. I was just about to say, Roshan could be up. The potential spawn time is right now. So.
That was, I think, a theoretical throw from Spirit, but they did not get punished.
Yeah. Yutoro
of course, theory is only worth so much, Cap.
Once again, the Fisher. Oh, Lincoln's protecting him there from a lasso.
Probably the reveal there for Dark Mago. Won't make that mistake again, but it's going to be a hard Lincoln's to proc through when Laurel can just be jumping around. And this is that Storm Shaker combo that we talked about in the early game that's pretty hard for Beast Coast to deal with because they don't have anything that outranges it, and the poke is just free.
Yeah, and it scales pretty interestingly, too, because Laurel is going to get an Aghanim Scepter, so then you've got sort of the AoE vacuum with the AoE stuns of Earthshaker.
Oh, if you get pulled into an Echo, not only are you losing that fight, not only are you probably losing this game, you're giving Collapse another highlight reel. This man doesn't need any more. He's got a whole trophy rack.
That's true. Beast Coast, they got to figure something out, and they got to figure it out quick, because they lose this game, they still need to be on their A game, because then after this, they'll match up against OG. And if they can't win that game, then they are going to be the team that is eliminated. And Team Spirit and OG will be the teams to move on. If they do manage to win, they lose this game and then beat OG, then we will repeat the 3-way tiebreaker. And we'll go late into the night with some good Dota. Okay, how do we get this Roshan? How do we set it up? Do we go some sort of smoke movement? No. You try and disguise it? No. You just walk into the pit and hit him.
They're going to smoke the back line. They have a lot of save for Yatoro. It's pretty hard to jump him, especially with no lasso for 20. Dark Mago's not
the
even
Lincoln's
there.
on him too.
It's just gone. And it's another fight where Hector just doesn't get to play his CK. He has Blink, he has AC. These are the timings where you want to be in those skirmishes with Chaos Knight, taking it to the Drow Ranger before this goes ultra late. I think you missed the whole window. You missed the whole window and went through the door. What was on the other side? It was Yatoro with 4 slots and an Aegis. Coming with your delivery. Amazon Prime.
What is he delivering? An L?
He's delivering a shellapping.
Hand delivered. Had to get a signature for it too.
I was going to say milk, but I don't know why I thought milk.
Thinking about the milkman?
Here's a carton of milk. What was in the carton of milk? A shellacking.
16-18, a 3,000 net worth lead. We're talking about how Team Spirit are pretty well favored here, and Dota Plus does agree. This isn't just Avery going off on some weird tangent. It's 20-80 right now, favored to Team Spirit.
I mean, I do know what I'm talking about sometimes.
I mean, I'm just saying Dota fans are very, very big skeptics. So sometimes you got to give them the hard numbers to back up the brilliant analysis that you bring to the table.
I don't know. I feel like if I've done anything over the last year, it's convinced people I know what I'm talking about.
Well, that's a little delusional of you, but sure.
And I made a couple friends along the way.
Yeah, who's that?
They're out there somewhere.
Anybody want to be Avery's friend? Press 1 in chat.
No, don't. Please don't ask these things. I don't want to see all the 2s. They make me cry at night.
DM Avery if you want to be his friend.
Don't DM me.
He wants to play Dota with you.
Don't read any of them. There's a lot of pictures in those DMs I don't want to see. Collapse has a refresher.
Yeah, he was thinking about that one pretty early on, and he could actually get the chainsaw. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need the refresher. Laurel had the follow-up there to be able to get the kill. And with the Batman,
The Batman. Oh my God, the Batman.
Gone, and Joker Yatoro is here to take over Gotham. With the Batrider gone, the initiation is all gone. That's what I wanted to say. No Rolling Thunder, no Batrider, no initiation mean no good for Beast Coast. Wow, that I don't think I've ever made you laugh so hard.
It's just so stupid.
Yeah, I'm glad my stupidity can make you laugh.
Do you need help dealing with the Batman?
Oh, there's the echo, the double echo. Damn.
Oh.
Collapse is not messing around. He says, I am in this goddamn tiebreaker, and I'm going to stay in it, at least for a little while longer.
Yeah, he just dunked that panel's analysis straight into the gutter with that one.
Grief pick my ass.
He's just Fisher in the air. I mean, these team fights are impossible. Your CK illusions are getting melted by a single multi-shot. You can't deal with the tombstone because you don't really have a tomb hitter. Collapse is just sitting here poking you with infinite stuns.
Boom!
The insta double echo. That's how you know it's BM, right? He didn't even wait for some change.
Yeah, he could have like chained the stun a little bit better. Nah.
He just unleashed both barrels of that shotgun. Bam. Even the Batman can't withstand that sort of nuclear pressure. All right, if Dark Mago's the Bat, does that mean the Joker's winning? Is Collapse the Joker?
Yeah, I said Yatoro's Joker.
Oh, Yatoro's the Joker.
Yeah.
Who's the Penguin?
Jokoro.
Who's the Riddler?
Well, that would be the Rubik.
That would be Mira, yeah.
Yeah, Mira, 100%. All it takes is one bad team fight.
Let me show you how I got these rings.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's a double damage Yatoro with a butterfly.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
With 3 items in his backpack, he'll probably never use again. He'll use the bottle. Like, come on, sell the Wraith Bands, man. Come on.
I forgot about this.
Oh.
I forgot about how triggered you get about the. Can we see the what is it? The addition, the gold that everybody's holding. We have a stat for that. That I think it's really cool. Yeah. But I'm saying that stat that they have, unspent gold. Thank you. That isn't including the Wraith Bands. So that means he's holding on to 2,000 gold plus the extra bit. Oh, item net worth. Oh, we got item net worth and unspent gold. I'm not gonna lie. I'm too stupid to be able to understand all of this at once. But maybe somebody in chat will understand.
Basically, it's saying Team Spirit have 14k more in items.
Okay. Cool.
I think.
That's an even better stat than 10k net worth.
That's the whole point of that stat, not the dumb crap you were trying to point out.
All it takes is one.
The Batman. Well, Stinger.
High ground tombstone. The Team Spirit Classic.
It really is. Now, are you fighting this? You gotta find the back line.
Oh, Hilker Steel totems away, but the illusion's gonna be able to catch him. Schofield tried to catch Yatoro. Not a chance in hell. And the zombie apocalypse is raining down with an electric storm on top of it. The double on the supports, but the cores are getting away from Beast Coast. I say that, but Collapse has just caught himself.
Where you going, Hector?
Hit him with the Echo. Hit him with the double fissure. Collapse now is going to be lassoed. K1 Hector has his BKB going, so he's going to stop, kill the Earthshaker. But what about Yatoro? They've got to get that kill and get the hell out of here.
They're just evacuating.
All right, they got out.
That somehow wasn't that bad for East Coast. Hector sent in all his illusions to tank up the Drow for some time. They retreated, tactical retreat, tactically baited all those spells from Collapse. Turns, kills him, blinks out. Not a bad fight, because you're not fighting around that high ground tomb. There's no way. You even got him a Poshka buyback.
Team Spirit might have stretched out a little bit too far for that one. Specifically Collapse.
He got a little over anxious, but that's offlane Shaker, man.
Collapse
Start throwing down those
Collapse
spells.
is Juggernaut, for sure.
Like bam, bam.
Or no, he's Bane.
Bam, bam.
He's Bane.
Yeah, with Juggernaut. What are we?
Yeah, sorry.
Mixing universes? You want to do a Bane impression? Collapse Bane impression? Might make or break your career right here.
Oh, that much pressure. No, I don't.
There's so many good lines, though.
That's a big fissure for you. It's gonna go Arcane Blink, so his refresher shenanigans are even more potent.
You think the ancients are your ally? All right, that's the only one I'm doing. That's it. We got to get back to this game. As Team Spirit continue to fight for their life in this tournament. Batman be damned. This is 5-slotted Yatoro. He's got BKB, he's got Daedalus, he's got Butterfly. He's ready to end this game. Even the Blink Dagger. Now you have to think about these initiations. If he gets a Blink out on a Chaos Bolt or that Bat Jump, that's another hard reset on this fight for Beast Coast. You just don't really have the damage outside of Hector. And Hector can't find people. He's trying. He buys out for Bloodthorn, so there's some extra damage that they need.
I mean, if they get the initiation, if they somehow get through this Lincolns, get the stun, they can burst down Drow Ranger. Oh, Collapse! Oh, Schofield reacted faster, though, with a snowball, but there was the cover from Yatoro. Sacred's going to follow that one up with Rolling Thunder, but he's caught inside the shards. Oh, no!
You refresh blinked?
Collapse refreshed blinked out of that?
He did?
That's crazy. Sacred still chasing after him, though, with the Rolling Thunder that's still going on. Hits him with a shield crash, and the finish not quite there. Oh, but the Flame Break is going to take him out, surely. Or maybe Hector, he's going to fall either way. He actually hits Yatoro, turns around, multi-shot, dodging the multi-shot, though, with a blink forward. Hits him with the 4-second stun. Hector.
Stolen lasso, but not in time.
Oh, a little bit too late for that one. Hold up. Team Spirit, that's an awful lot of heroes dead with no buybacks. Laurel trying to go for a sneaky quick kill. Got Bloodthorn, though. Oh, that was so greedy, Laurel.
Nice Lotus, bail him out.
Lotus bails him out. Thank you, Mira.
Mira, the unsung hero. Those blinks in those fights
are so clutch. That was crazy. So he refreshed, blinked out on the side of Collapse, and then Hector blinked out of the multi-shot to be able to hit that 4-second stun on the Drow Ranger. There's a DD in the top rune area. Ooh.
And Roche is up. You could not have asked for better timing on this Chaos Knight fight that you finally find here. I think Lincoln's popped that lasso again on Yatoro as well. But that blink was just beautiful. Read him like a book.
Really did. Oh, Laurel's jumping into the pit. Back inside the game, he zipped through the pit.
Good go again. Still has Lincoln's up.
Yeah, if he really wants to go for it, he's going to drop his clarity. Goes in for it. A little bit too late. Any items?
He didn't get anything.
He didn't get anything, and he dies. I mean, that was so bold to try that a second time against Panko, especially. He could just cover the whole pit with Rolling Thunder.
And that was good that Sacred did it because they needed that cover.
Yeah, they did.
Where did everything end up going? They got Aegis on Hector. They got Refresher Shard for Schofield, but he'll probably give it to Dark Mago. He will. So all of a sudden, your Bat's scaling a lot better because he got this Shard off the Roche, and he went Octarine, not Refresher. So you have double Lasso, double BKB. It's pretty big for Dark Mago, who is struggling in those fights to find the Lasso targets through these Lincoln Spheres. That's a really big grab for Beast Coast. They are clawing their way back in this game that I thought was going to be really difficult. But something to point out about that fight, when you fight on the sides of the map like that, it is one of the most unfavorable positions to take an aggressive fight. So in other words, when Team Spirit from Dire go to Radiant's edge of the map in that tree line, that is like one of the worst places to fight. If you look at statistics for Dota, that is one of the lowest statistical places you'll ever win a team fight.
Why is that? Is it because the high ground ward, or is it because of the tower?
The enemy team almost always has better vision on you. They almost always have better buybacks to a tower on you. They almost always can play around the tree line in a defensive position better than you, and you have to overextend into them. It's just brutal. I have no actual stats to back that up, but I can guarantee from personal experience.
You know, you kind of spoiled the illusion there. I was like, wow, that's really cool that he knows that.
No, it is actually one of the worst places to try and take a fight. And so Spirit just pay the price. I mean, what happened there is, like, Collapse goes on Schofield in the tree line, and then Spirit have to catch up to him into a bad area.
Yeah.
And suddenly you have all the vision if you're Beast Coast. The Tombstone isn't that effective because you had to chase into them. It's just very awkward. You're giving life back to a Beast Coast squad that was on life support.
Yeah, and the life being drained out of Team Spirit, who had a chance at a second life after losing to OG. If they could just beat Beast Coast here.
The Batman's back for a sequel.
Yes.
Better call up Falcone. Need extra support. All right, I'm done. I promise I'm done with the Batman puns.
This is a good supporting character on the villain side. Poison Ivy?
I knew you were going to say that one.
That's the Undying for sure.
Let's be honest, though. The real villain in Batman is capitalism.
This billionaire going around.
Yeah, like this Joker guy, okay, he's kind of scary. But in the end, well-funded social programs would have fixed a lot of Gotham.
Yeah, instead of buying all these paramilitary toys, Batman, maybe you could, you know,
could have just built a library or something. Remember, kids, stay in school. Don't be a Dota player.
Yeah, don't. It's not a good career choice, guys.
All right, once more, we are in a period where Beast Coast have Aegis, but they are unable to use it and unable to find the catch in the fight that Spirit are not giving them. Probably a wise decision here. I don't think you're too scared of going late game here still if you're Spirit. I don't think that paradigm has changed too much. And you just don't want to fight this Aegis. If you ever get a good Ags pull off this Storm too, it's debilitating because Laurel has BKB now. So he's not as scared to make these aggressive Storm jumps. He has Shard on top of it. You might just get a good Ags pull into overload charges into the game explodes off some Fissure Chain Stun. So you cannot clump if you're Beast Coast. You can never clump. Good little pick off.
And if you don't clump, you stay spread, you get pickoffs like this on Mira, who dies underneath the same ward that
I mean, he probably
They
thought
lost
it
that
timed
team
out,
fight from.
which it just did. Read it a little wrong. That worked.
25 on Drow. How big is that? That's the marksmanship chance, right?
It's pretty big.
Okay. Versus the 25 on Chaos Knight, which he got the Phantasm duration.
Also pretty big. Actually, this one's not that big because I feel like his illusions are kind of just insta-dying.
Yeah.
But normally in a game, it's pretty good.
Okay, this is a bit of a damage test for Yutoro. He wasn't going to kill the Chaos Knight. He's got to make sure he doesn't... Oh, used the BKB there. Collapse, searching for a stun. Hits it on Hector, but with the BKB now on cooldown for Yutoro, Team Spirit cannot feel good about any fight.
This Pango's starting to become annoying, honestly. I thought he was going to be kind of a non-factor this game, and he was for a long time, but he's caught up in net worth. He has a Shivas, he has a Halberd, Aeon sitting in the backpack, ready to come online. He's pretty much just a damage soak, but he's a really obnoxious damage soak because he's going in and giving vision for the Bat and Chaos Knight initiations. He's slowing down your Drow's damage. Like, even there, it forces a Lincoln's being thrown on Yutoro and an early BKB. That didn't cost beastcoast too much. So this Pango's starting to get up there, and he's becoming a factor.
He's got that 20 talent, which means if you hit 4 heroes, it's 100% damage reduction.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, a little bit. That one, not taken so often because obviously nowadays it's usually Pango mid, which is a damage build. But you can see the support, utility Pango is still okay.
This is a quintessential battle of the Agi carry versus the strength carry. The Butterfly, Swift Blink, Drow Ranger, Masked in Mystery versus the Heart, Strength Blink, Chaos Knight. Shrouded in grit and muscle.
Which will win, speed or power? That is the battle between Beast Coast and Team Spirit right now. Drop a 1 if you're a speed fan. Drop a 2 if you're a power fan.
What are these polls, man? Who are you polling?
I literally only did that because I knew it would piss you off.
Oh my god.
I'm going to do more of these.
You just like them because then you go and you watch the VOD later and you're like, oh yeah, look at all
You know what the
these
funny
ones
thing is? I
got.
always think to myself, oh, I'll go back and watch the VOD. That'll be funny. And then I never do.
Yeah, and you go back and there's like one guy who's like, 1. Everyone else is like, you're dumb, Cap. There's a poll.
Now I know what's being spammed.
If Cap's obnoxious, press anything. There's a poll.
Type literally anything in chat now. All right, the 4-man smoke up from Team Spirits
Oh,
into
high
the high
ground
ground
vision.
ward. This is very dangerous. Maposhka,
Sacred is
they
just
kill
in.
the ward. Laurel gets stunned once. Telekinesis do another stun as
There's no
well.
damage
The
here,
Fisher,
though.
blocks out the Rolling Thunder. Okay, that gives Laurel a moment to be able to get away.
Double lasso.
Pull up the Aghanim Scepter is grabbing Utoro as well. He gets the
another
BKB. He breaks. He gets the
He
first
got
step
two
away, but
again.
he gets another double lasso. Pull back in, Heck. Pull back in, Utoro. Pull back in, Laurel. They're both going to die. Hey,
The
a
return
third lasso going to be used here.
Can you chain stun him?
With the buyback of the Undying,
got pulled out of range.
He's got a refresher. It's so close.
Ooh.
They're going to be able to kill him, and he blinks away. Ooh, fast reactions, but the damage-dealing cores are dead.
With no
Hector
buys.
has no one to stop him. This could end the game.
They have no buy on Drow or Storm. on gold.
140 gold for the Drow Ranger.
I think they're just going to Megas him here. I don't know if they want to go throw him because they think they have buys, but they actually don't.
I mean, at some point in time, when does it start going, hey, they're still not buying back? Maybe we just end it.
K1 still has a Phantasm here.
Look at Mira right now. Look at Mira. He's searching for bounty runes.
Oh, they're not
he's
there,
like,
though.
Where is it? Where is it? It is going to spawn in 20 seconds, but he's going to TP back.
I mean, you're ticking up here if you're Yutoro. You have 50 more gold to go. But by 50 gold, your base might be gone here.
I mean, Sacred just is like, okay, I'm going to Rolling Thunder on in. I'm going to expect some sort of initiation buyback situation, but there is no buyback, so there is no initiation.
This is going to be really close right here.
Oh, it's
Buyback
coming
in
out
one
of the
gold.
wire. The buyback is up now, but they need 10 seconds for Laurel. What's the point of the buyback?
Collapse
They get the
gonna
Echo Slam. Collapse is going to go for it. The stuns are there, but the Glimmer Cape, the stun, the Snowball pickup, not needed. Yutoro
Storm up
resets,
in
goes
one.
for the kill on Schofield.
You
They have
gotta get
one
out.
building alive. Beast Coast trying to get out, but Collapse is going to chase after him. Goes for the lasso on him. Jump around is Laurel. Still though. The BKB TP out from Hector. He gets away.
Radiant's
Mago
has been killed.
went the other direction. Collapse. Hunting in the dark, fishing for a kill anywhere, anything, but nothing is going to be found. Beast Coast, they don't quite get megas, but they get the next best thing.
Yatoro buy.
A Yatoro buy, not losing a whole bunch of their heroes. They don't have to buy back.
Well, honestly, they did, though. They used
Yeah, they
Schofield
did.
buy and Dark Mago. That was honestly...
Oh, Dark Mago buy.
Yeah, he bought to get in that to try and bail out Hector on the retreat.
Ooh.
Which kind of helped, but maybe it ended up being unnecessary. That was an expensive push for Beast Coast. I mean, they got 2.5 lanes, but they did not get the megas. That melee barracks is standing bottom. I don't know if that was worth... I mean, this is all about the next fight into Roshan.
And it all would have been great if Roshan was an early spawn, but it's a late spawn. So Beast Coast went into the pit, hoping, praying that it was there. They could do it really quickly. But Team Spirit will have a chance at a rebuttal here.
And we still haven't seen some big storm initiation for Team Spirit. I feel like that's what's missing.
Yeah,
These jumps
the
that either
Agnes,
hit
right?
BKB or he's getting lassoed by Mago. And Beast Coast have done a nice job of just not giving it to him either.
Smoking
They are
out
splitting the
Sacred.
map.
He's on the trees. As he sees the ward die, he jumps out.
I thought this late game was going to be a lot more favorable for Spirit. The Beast Coast are just outplaying them.
Yeah.
They're splitting up in the fights, not giving them clear angles to use their AoE, finding the right targets.
I mean, if they can get to 25 on Laurel, don't you get the overload attack bounce, and then you also have the shard? Isn't that like crazy with the Drow
is.
Ranger?
The thing is, he just hasn't been getting the pulls. This is the biggest problem right now. You've got to get good storm pulls at some point in this game.
But who frontlines in order to like get the vision
That's
to
the
be
question.
able to see that initiation?
None of these cores want to. Maposhka's kind of tanking these jumps, but
Yeah.
again, Beast Coast are just not overcommitting. 5-man smoke Sacred in the pit. He's going to pop it. He's going to roll.
Once again, Sacred. He's going
Oh,
to roll
he
onto the
found
2
two.
supports. This is great. Mago's going to be able to grab him back.
That's a
Laurel's
good
going to be
pull.
able to grab him in return. Your Tor jumped forward, but he got stunned up for a second. Now he's on the low ground, which is a very dangerous position. They have the Tombstone out, and they're fighting back. Collapse is going to run some interference. Nice fish.
Already
He's jump
committing.
forward. He finished off the Bat Rider and forced that back up to the high ground. Beautiful stuff. Utoro, meanwhile, finished off Schofield. So 2 deaths on the side of Beast Coast, and those heroes don't have buyback. And Sacred's in trouble as well. Rolls up, blinks away. Nice, fast reaction. A fishing fisher, not going to find it. Sacred managed to skedaddle on out of there.
And Roche spawns. That's the biggest thing here for Spirit because they did not have buyback on Yatoro. Instead, they get the dieback on Dark Mago, who's out for 100.
I mean, surely they're going to go for that Roshan, right?
I mean, why are you farming Wildikins right now? That's the bigger question.
I mean, if they
Trying
get
to
the
finish
pick off
Hex.
right now, this
No,
is...
he's finishing Lincoln's. Yatoro wants Lincoln's. I think he just wants to end the game. Screw Roche. They know Bat has no buy.
Oh my god, that is such a bold move.
This is insanely bold. Lincoln's into high ground push. Sacred is behind them right now. He's just messing around, going back to base. But this is a game ender because Roche is up.
Yeah, but there's a tier 2 up at the top lane, so they can't get megas. They would have to go for the throne. But they're going for mid instead.
Middle tower has
I mean, I guess you can Rax and still go Roche here with the time.
Yeah?
But wouldn't have been better the other way around.
Radiant's middle
Yeah, but at the same time, like, you guarantee, like, position-wise on the map, maybe it's better to be in the Roshan pit around this time of Schofield respawning.
Actually, this is the 30-head play cap.
Okay.
You don't Roche first because then you're starting that Aegis timer while the Bat's dead.
Oh!
Instead, you take the Rax, you go back, you start the Aegis timer when Bat's up. As long
Yeah,
as you're
but what if you
confident
don't get the
Beast Coast
Roshan?
can't contest.
What if the enemy team gets there? What if Sacred stops you from being able to grab this? Oh no! He's right in the pit right now. The
Can he
Roshan's
kill it,
right
though?
about to fall. Can he finish off the Roshan and grab this all? He hits them both. Roshan's about to die. Sacred, can he get it all? It's all on the pit. Laurel picks
Laurel
it
got
up,
it.
but Yatoro dies. No Aegis for the Drow Ranger, and she's dead for 2 minutes.
It's a
The
disaster.
30-head play becomes a negative 30-head play. Oh no! 2 heroes with no buyback. They're gonna catch somebody else too. Maposhka hiding behind a single tree.
The tree cosplay works.
Laurel
finds 2.
He's trying to make some
You gotta
crazy
make the
play
magic
right now.
happen.
They have the Echo Slam. They're trying to hit him with the chain stuns right now with the Fisher going out. They have to stop Hector while killing these supports. Maposhka
stuns.
drops the Tombstone. The cheese is eaten by Stinger. Collapse gets another round of
A
stuns that
double.
does finish it off 1, but now the lasso pulls him back in, and Hector will finally have his chance. Collapse doing what he can, but there's only so much left in the tank. He already used every single ability he had. They can buy back on the Storm and the Earthshaker, but they don't have Echo Slam.
They don't have Yatoro.
They don't have Yatoro.
This might just be the game. I don't know if you can defend base here.
Oh my god.
That 30-head play just backfired immensely. Imagine you just have Aegis on Drow in this game.
Oh no.
This is all up to Collapse, but I don't think Collapse does any real damage here.
Okay, Sacred.
Your throne is gonna die fast to these Phantasms.
Yeah.
You gotta take the fight with the next Tombstone. 8 seconds for that Tombstone. You gotta start going in.
Yeah, they got to start focusing on these illusions, slowing him down. Fissure is going to be super annoying, but okay, Undying, dead, Tombstone, quickly dealt with, thrown, half HP.
Deso
Gotta stop it now. They gotta be able to get in there, but they just keep on hitting the throne. Nothing is gonna stop Hector. Pops the BKB, and that is gonna be Beast Coast eliminating Team Spirit, and they